has officially sprung. I know, guys, I feel like it's been a long time coming. I don't know about where you live, but where I live in Toronto, it's felt like it's been the Arctic weather for at least 9 months. But I'm finally getting excited for spring weather. And I feel like that says a lot because I actually hate spring as a season. It's my least favorite season. And that said, I thought I would walk you through the new in pieces for my spring wardrobe, things that I have been loving, things that I have been wearing on repeat. So I hope this video gets you as excited as I am for the warmer months ahead. Emphasis on the months. If you have been watching my previous videos, I do have a couple surprises for you. Pieces that I don't even know how I managed to grab, especially after I just made a video about all the things that I regret not buying. This is also new. Okay, before I even, jump into the video, I built this myself. Is it decorated the way that I want it to? No. Okay, I actually need to collect some more bags, collect some trinkets. This is gonna be a work in progress. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna save the best for last because it deserves this moment, okay? Let's start off with clothing though, I think, because clothing is equally as exciting. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Sabrina, and if you are new here, I speak luxury fashion every single Sunday. So if that is up your alley, subscribe, you might like it over here, and let's get into today's video, starting with clothing, like I just said. We are in wedding season and will be for the next couple months. My brother did actually just get married, so I feel like I am the rightful person to give you some wedding guest dress options. But let me tell you, okay, I went on a journey. Mind you, I think it's a little bit different when your brother or your family, your sibling is getting married, but I went on a journey to find this dress. I can't believe I'm going to admit this, but I did not read the invite. I just thought, of course I'm going to your wedding. I am your sister. That said, I found out that it was black tie, and I was actually going to go with a Victoria Beckham dress that went to my knees. That dress was absolutely not black tie, so I had to start from scratch. Do you know how stressed I was? I ended up going with this baby blue, which honestly, the color is to die for. I am very much into blue these days. But I mean, obviously this is not doing it justice. It is a floor length gown. To me, I think if you're going to go black tie, it needs to be all the way down to the ground and then some. Like I love a little bit of fabric just draping through the back. Is it practical? No. Is it a little bit crappy when it gets dirty? Yes. I'm not gonna try this bad boy on because it is a two-person job, but I will insert some photos. This is a Soli dress that I actually did get on Revolve, shockingly enough. I tried to get a vintage dress for this wedding. I tried to get a designer, vintage, one-of-a-kind, archival piece. That said, because of the rush that I was in and because I am 5'9", it was slim pickings. Actually, you know what? It was not slim pickings. Had I had the budget for like 10 grand dress, you know what? I found lots. There was this Versace number and I was like, this is my dress. But the budget was alarmingly out of budget. So that said, I went with, you know what? I'm very happy I went with this dress. It ended up being a hit. I love the back. The back is fully open, but it also has these like two giant, I don't even know what these would be called, but these two long scarf detailings to it. For reference, I'm 5'9", and I think I wore 4-inch heels or just under 4-inch heels, and this dress fit me spectacularly. Spectacularly? I did not have to get it hemmed, which honestly I was in shock by, but if you are my height or close to that, definitely take those as a reference. This dress also does come in a light pink, a lavender, and I believe a black. If you had to ask me, go with the light blue. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's also a very thick satin, which I feel like if you're going to go the gown route or if you're going to go just honestly any good quality dress, should be a thick satin or silk. You know, whatever's in your budget. Cannot say enough good things about this dress. You know what? Was it my archival moment? No, but I actually think that maybe it ended up working out for the better. The next two pieces are from Burberry, and I recently picked up a Burberry skirt. Now, I don't think I ever mentioned the fact that I did pick up a pair of Burberry pants, I want to say back in February. Those did not end up fitting me, so I'm trying to sell those, unfortunately. But because I am a little bit curvier in the hip, I was like, you know what? The odds of me finding a pair of Burberry pants that I can still obviously return, which I think a lot of things from eBay you can't return, I felt like it was a much less risk if I bought a skirt instead. So I went the skirt route and I found this off a reseller on eBay. It definitely could fit me a little bit better in the waist. It's a little bit big on the waist, but But that being said, I mean, it is fantastic. I love it to bits. I have already worn it. This is a skirt that I'm going to wear on repeat this spring, summer. Day in and day out. If you follow me on Instagram, if you're not already, I suggest you do. If you want to see more styling, outfit inspiration, it's just a perfect spring, summer skirt. Also, definitely reminds me of the fact that I'm very Charlotte York in this. This with the turtleneck and a little headband and a little mule. The second Burberry piece is actually from my mother, bless her and her good style. She gave me this Burberry shirt, which I believe I actually wore in my previous video of mine. Just a very classic Burberry shirt. Burberry shirts always remind me of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days when Andy brings in that hairless dog. I feel like I know what the dog breed is, but I can't think of it right now.
It's a Chinese crested, of course.
Anyways, they're both wearing classic Burberry shirts. I should get a scarf to go with this. That would look so good. I definitely would not wear these things together. I think that's a little bit too much Burberry. Like imagine this and my Burberry trench, like that's a little bit too much. But this is a classic blue jean. You know, you cannot go wrong with this. You will never go wrong with a classic shirt, even if it is a Burberry check classic shirt. The last clothing piece I'm going to speak to you about is a little bit of a boring one, but it is this knit that I bought from Aritzia. Perfect for the office, perfect for wearing casual. I just find that I feel like a knit or a thin knit is just a little bit more elevated than a classic t-shirt. Even though it is a knit, I still feel like I can wear this in the spring, maybe not in the summer months. That said, I do actually really enjoy this knit. It does come in a couple colors. I'll link it down below. Now let's move on to shoes. I have two shoes for you, both of which are very spring, summer. But one of the shoes I picked up from a company called French Sole. They are a New York-based company, I do believe. I bought this because I was on the hunt for a blue ballet flat, and I frankly could not find anything else that was sold in Canada. That way I can avoid the duties when I bought this shoe. Now, as a Canadian shopping in the States, you know, it's always going to be a little bit of a risk on how much duties you're going to pay. I did pay a little bit more than I wanted to with this shoe, not even gonna lie to you. But then I also bought other things and I pay nothing. So I feel like, you know what, it's a risk I'm willing to take. But I picked up a ballet flat and it is in this more turquoisey color, I wanna say. Like online, I do feel like it looks very much blue. Mind you, I did go up half a size because I normally do go up half a size with my ballet flats. I do like to have my ballet flats a little bit oversized. That way in the summer months when my feet swell, it's a little bit more bearable. There is nothing worse than I feel like getting sucked in your ballet flat in the summer heat. These ones I would actually say go with your actual size. I do have an insert in this shoe, which I do need to fix. Like, how ugly is that? But you can just get these little inserts off, like I feel like Amazon, as well as probably any drugstore. So if you're going to go for a flat from French Sole, I would say go for your normal size in this style. I believe this style is called the Index. I don't know about you, but in the spring, summer months, I'm like, ooh, color, love color. And then come winter, fall, I'm like, absolutely not, no color, neutrals only. I don't know why that is. I'm almost like fearful of color in the winter months. But they also do have this flat in so many other colors. There's a pink and a hot pink cap toe one I think is actually so fab. I mean, look at the packaging of this box. You just know it's going to be a good shoe. Regardless of the fact that I spent a lot more on this shoe than I thought I would, I am still happy I got the shoe. The next pair of shoes is a pair of flip-flops and it is by the brand Aloha's. Now I was actually gifted these shoes, but I have never had an issue with any Aloha's shoe. They make incredible good quality shoes. This is just a standard, I would say, dark brown loafer. The difference is actually on the side. You can see the straps get a little bit bigger as the strap goes down, which I feel like does give you a little bit more foot support. But I have been on the hunt for a pair of leather flip-flops for quite some time. I do have rubber, but I do like to wear the rubber ones more so for the beach, more very casual, versus I think a leather flip-flop is just more put together. You can wear it with jeans, have it be a super cool look. You know, I feel like these are definitely more day-to-day appropriate than a rubber one. Is it the size of my head? Yeah, actually, I think it might be bigger than my head. But you know what? They're still cute. Now, for the fun part, okay, I did tell you I was going to save the best for last, the handbags. I got really lucky within the past week. If you remember, I think I did a video about 2 weeks ago talking to you about the pieces that I regret not buying. Shortly after that video, I think about 4 days after, I found this bag online. I found it at an amazing, amazing price. Mind you, it is definitely, it's a used bag, so I feel like the price was justified. And the fact that I already regret not buying it previously, I was not going to regret it again. So I bought the bag, and the bag came in about 2 days ago, I want to say. I just have it up here for now, but it is a Chanel executive tote in the color pink, the exact one that I wanted. It's definitely my most used bag, I will say. However, I was actually shocked to see that it does not have a single scuff on it. I know it has been professionally cleaned, and I feel like the fact that it is kind of beat up a little bit gives it a more relaxed tone. Also, I don't feel so, you know, I need to baby it, I need to take care of it. I want to actually use my handbag, so in this instance, I'm actually okay with the fact that it is very worn in. Come a little bit closer so that you can see, but there are quite a few compartments in this bag, and when this went to their leather spa, I know that they updated the inside, but there is this one compartment, the inside giant compartment, and then there's also one at the outside as well. So there's so much room in this handbag. I think I took it out on Friday when I literally just had like a wallet, like a pack of gum, what else, like small little things. I'm like, I have not worn a big bag like this in so long. What do I even fill this bag with? But even worn with something like this, I love a navy and a pop of pink, is actually so cute. And then also I was thinking with the blue turquoise flats, this is a lot of color for me. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not used to this much color, but something is pulling me in the direction where I'm like, you know what? This is such a cute, fabulous outfit, and I'm here for it. I also love the fact that this handbag can be worn on the shoulder. I am a shoulder handbag through and through. If I have to hold my handbag like this all day, that's not gonna fly. I don't know what happened luck-wise. I was so lucky last week. Some other things happened to me as well, but the fact that I came across this handbag that I wanted so badly at a very, very, very good price, probably the best I've ever found it. I don't have any bags in this colorway, and I feel like this is probably the only bag where I would want such a vibrant color pink. Pink is my favorite color. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of it on this channel, but I am absolutely overjoyed. If someone helped me manifest this bag after you saw that video, thank you. This channel might be all about luxury fashion, but at the core, at our core value, guys, it's about handbags. And there's nothing that makes me happier than a handbag. There's just something about it. There's just something about it. So if you help me manifest this handbag, I just have to say thank you. And follow on my Instagram to see all the outfits that I will be taking with this handbag, because this handbag and that Burberry skirt, okay, I will be wearing on repeat this summer. That is for sure. The next bag is also from my mom. I mean, she did tell me that she was loaning it, but you know, we all know what that means. Probably should know the name of this bag, although I will say I'm quite bad with names for LV bags, to be honest. I know the Pochette, I know the Keepall, the P9, the Speedy, what else? The Alma. Okay, so I guess I know the basics. But this handbag is great for everyday usage, I think. Like, it is going to be my little shoulder bag when I want to just carry a couple things. It's definitely pretty spacious inside, but I wouldn't say you can fit, oh, what is in here? Oh, the receipt. Oh, let's see how much this was back in the day. That is, oh no, it's not a receipt. This is care manual. Oh, no receipt. Damn, I was so excited. I personally love seeing how much things costed back in the day, because now it's just plain robbery. Like, now they're just scamming you, basically. This is definitely gonna be my go-to grab and go kind of bag. It even goes with this outfit very nicely. Comment below which one you do like better with this outfit, the pink or the Louis Vuitton monogram. My mom watches all my YouTube videos, so if you're watching this, Mom, thank you for these lovely, lovely goodies. I'm so excited to wear them. And if you have any more goodies, I will gladly accept. Now I have one more bag to show you, and I spoke about this bag, I think, I want to say back in February when I did a mid-range contemporary bag brand video about bags. And I saw this bag and I thought, I'm gonna buy this bag. So I picked up this bag, this leopard print clutch from a brand called Camilla and Mark. This bag also goes with this look. I mean, it's so versatile. I personally love clutches these days. I know not everyone wants to hold their bag like this. It can be a little bit of a nuance. It can be a little cumbersome, I understand. Especially a clutch of this size. Like, this is definitely no small clutch. I just have some random t-shirts in here to like stuff it. But if you open it up, it is just a simple gaping wide hole. This is definitely not a bag where you're going to bring your very precious essentials just in case they want to fall. When I do actually wear this bag out, I like to use pouches, so like everything is in its one pouch. There is only one pocket, so I mean you're bound to lose something if of course, you know, you're like walking around like this. Like if you're gonna walk around like this. Also has feet. I don't know where in life feet became a luxury. Like why is there no feet on these handbags being sold? You're charging me an arm and a leg, you're charging me like $4,000 and there's no feet? No, absolutely not. The bag is actually pony hair with leopard printed on it. And then it also has this giant gold clasp, which I actually really enjoy. And the way to open it is just simple. You just press this button and it opens wide like so. And then to close it, you just simply close it as such. Again, feet, what a luxury. This bag I've also seen previously. I don't think they're sold quite anymore. It also came in a snake skin as well as a black croc. This one is still available, so I will link it down below. But I just feel like it is so cute for, honestly, I use it in the daytime. I also wear it at night, depending on where I'm gonna go, because I do feel like it is quite a big clutch. I actually feel like it maybe works better more in the day. It is definitely more of a commitment style bag, but if you're here for the commitment, the vision, and the craft, okay, I feel like it is worthy of the investment. I personally love this bag and I'm very, very happy I bought it. These two bags side by side have been my latest obsessions. Like, I love anything pink lately. I mean, quite honestly, always. I love anything leopard print. These two match made in heaven. I'm very happy with my recent purchases. I don't know how I got so lucky, to be honest, but I'm feeling blessed. Those are all the things that I have to show you. Let me know down in the comments below what was your favorite item that I showed. If it's this bag, I understand. And then also I would love to know what are some things that you're looking forward to wearing this spring, summer. I'm dying to know. Let me know down in the comments and I'm gonna see you guys in next Sunday's video. Until then, I hope you have the utmost fabulous day ahead and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.